So I've been being called to kind of make videos and share a little bit about who I truly am and share, you know, the knowledge, intelligence, and cool things that I have within me that, you know, help my world go around because I feel like if there's somebody out there that I can help with me just sharing like my story or like, you know, my ins and outs and intricacies. There it is. Then maybe maybe this is the way to do it, you know? So, um I want to intentionally say that uh I'm not here to trauma dump ever, and I'm not here to call anybody out or anything like that except for myself. I will call myself out. And I hope that when I'm saying certain things, that if you have anything to add on, that you can comment and share, or, if you have any different know-hows or anything like that, please share, because I feel we are all so super important in this world, and we all carry different information and knowledge from past lives and all these things. So I want to make sure that everybody has a voice here. So if you know something, say something. All right. So I wanted to just kindly start out with, I just had a beautiful weekend. I went on a lovely little vacation, and it was camping and being one with nature, and I saw some really cool stuff, y'all. So I always see signs and symbols and synchronicities and all these things. Like, I feel like the angels speak to me through numbers and through, like, I'll see like butterflies, or I'll see a lot of the color yellow in the same day, or stuff like that. And it's very, very it's very intense at times. And I was with this beautiful human, and we were really just getting to know one another. So what's the best icebreaker yet to go camping with one another and just be out and sweaty and one with nature. It was lovely. But at one point I was following the signs and symbols, and I followed a little sticky lizard, and the sticky lizard led me towards I think it was called, like, it was just like a giant, like, millipede. It was huge. It was gold banded millipede, a gold banded something millipede. But it was, yo, guys, it was gorgeous. It was like climbing through like all the leaves and everything like that, and I just like saw it right when it was like just coming all the way out, and I got to watch it go all the way back down into, and all of its little legs and everything was just like, oh my gosh. And this was like right when we first got to the campsite, and this person like barely like knew who I was and everything like that, and he witnessed me standing there screaming, like so excited that I got to witness all these little feet going, and I just cried. I cried so much because I just love nature so much. There's so much beauty in all of it, and to get to witness something so cool, and how everything has to be so in sync to keep it going. Oh, like I could cry right now. It was gorgeous. So this person taught me a lot over the weekend, and the simplest of ways, because they were very accepting of just me and who I am. They never threw doubt, shade, or anything like that. They just embraced and let me be, and it was a very good reminder that I truly am enough. I am. I don't have to be anything smaller or bigger, or I can be me. And I can be creative. And I can be as cool as I want to be. So, embracing one another in those senses and just vibing was so chill. So, it brought me to a point where, and I've been thinking about this ever since I had this conversation, and I want to bring it up with such love before I start anything else, because if I decide to go on with this channel on YouTube and spreading, my knowledge and everything like that, I want everybody to know this big point that I had to come to in order to be able to do the things that I do and be able to love the way that I love. And it's letting go. Truly. So, and I'm not talking about like letting go of like, bad habits or like, like, I don't even know, bad energies or, all that stuff, a job. I'm talking about like letting go of humans. I'm going there. It's that deep. I'm going to pinpoint on this because I don't think it gets talked about enough in our world. And I had a hard time for a long time understanding it myself of why maybe I was being let go or maybe I was letting go of other people, and coming to a good consciousness, it's like a God consciousness or a Christ consciousness, and realizing why the let go is huge. So if you're watching this and you're one of the people in my life that maybe I don't talk to or communicate with too much anymore, then I want you to truly hear this. And then other people that are dealing with stuff like this, where you're just like, why do I feel this way or whatever, just know it's okay. And it's actually beautiful to let go of other people. So, letting go of somebody. I believe that me letting go of people is such a loving act, or being let go of by people is such a loving act. And the reason for that is because if you understand that when you let go of somebody and it's because your frequencies maybe just don't match anymore. Maybe you've grown this way and they've grown that way, or maybe they're still sitting here somewhere and you're just like kind of going that way a little bit more. You have a little bit more energy to maybe go out and they maybe want to sit home, or you want to like watch this show, and maybe your frequencies just aren't matching anymore. Okay. Or maybe it comes down to, you've pushed yourself and you've used your free will to embrace life in certain ways. See, all these things I just said, in certain ways that are just different, right? Now we're getting down to, the nitty-gritty of things. But they're still sitting a little bit stagnant in certain areas, or you're still sitting stagnant and they're going in their ways. You want to make sure that if it doesn't serve you anymore, then let it go. Because realizing that everything that you're doing in life is not necessarily serving karma, but growth. But if it does come down to karma, then even better to say, I love you, but I gotta keep going. Or I love you, I'm gonna release you, is so important, because you don't want to end up serving other people's karma or giving them more karma by simply being you around somebody that is in a different spot in life than you. It's okay to have moments with people. It's okay to have love for people. It's okay to have memories and, adventures and lessons and, to alchemize these things and everything. But learning and growing within yourself is such a big thing that when it's time to go ahead and step forward, loving somebody in full is saying, I love you, but if I keep carrying you, you won't learn your lessons. You won't be able to find source the way that I did. And I want you to be able to connect how you want to. I want you to be able to learn and grow how you want to. Because I'm going to the top, and those that are meant to meet me there will get there. Those that aren't, they'll find their top. The more you stay around people that no longer serve you, or that you're no longer in alignment with, or you no longer have a frequency connection with, or your auras don't match, whatever it is, the more you do that, the more that you're giving somebody else more karma that you could end up carrying for them. And that's not yours to serve. You're doing them a disservice. It's okay to say goodbye. It's okay to say, I've grown this way, you've grown that way. I love you, and I wish you luck. You can cheer from the sidelines for one another. You don't have to be so close and connected. That's love. It's consciousness. That's knowing your own truth. It's self-love. Because if you're meant to serve your own karma and grow within that, and you're doing it, and you're finding your own joys and love for life, then you're going to reach your dharmas. Dharma life! So find your joys, guys. Love other people enough to let them go and release them. Okay? So, this is my first message. I just want to make sure that I start this all out with such love this way, because I've definitely released some beautiful people, and I've been released by some beautiful people, and I feel so good about that. I love me enough because I'm enough, and I love them enough because they're enough. And to all the beautiful people that are in my life currently, you're enough too. I can't wait to embrace the new people that do come into my life every day. Humans are so beautiful. I got to live a human experience, and now I can have a magical experience full of wonder. I'm no longer in the what ifs, I'm in the I wonder whats of life. I wonder, and whoa, it's magic. It's full of glitter. So, I hope that this message resonates with who it's meant to resonate with, and, I hope that if you have any questions or add-ons, that you put them in the comments, and, let's start connecting and sharing what we know so that we can build a textbook for kids to learn from or something. I don't know. Let's just create together. I love you all. Thank you.